Hear ye, gather round for another edition of Young Kings Wrestling, featuring the JDF Memorial Sovereign Soundboard. As always, you can find us on most platforms streaming your favorite podcast episodes, including Spotify, iTunes, YouTube, Google Podcast, iHeartRadio, and Amazon Music. And if you're listening on iTunes or anywhere else where you can leave a 5-star review, leave us a 5-star review. Links to all the platforms and the merchandise are available only at ykwrestling.com. As always, new nickname. I'm stealing your gimmick this week, Reed.
Okay, go ahead.
It's not new. It's new, but I am the thespian TC Trevette. More on that in a second.
Oh, okay.
Joined by...
You know, they say all men are created equal. But when you look at me and you look at other podcasters, you can tell that that's just not true. What I'm saying is, Rick Steiner. Big Papa Pump, Rick Steiner.
I love it. Thank you. That popped me, bro. I appreciate it. We finally... It's going on 3 years, and we finally coming around. So...
Yeah, they got me. I can't help
it. I told you it was a GOAT. I told you it was a GOAT. Hey, so let's elaborate on TC Trevette, man. You see the cowboy hat? We got black cowboys. Black cowboys exist.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Like, some people might not know that. But first time I got exposed to a black cowboy was on Walker, Texas Ranger. There was a black cowboy on there named Jimmy Trevette, played by the great Clarence Gilliard, who, like, 20 years after I started watching Walker, Texas Ranger, will become one of my acting professors and the reason I call myself the thespian TC Fontaine. Now, unfortunately, one of my professors, Mr. Clarence Gilliard, passed away this past week, and I just want to just kind of use my platform to pay my condolences, because this dude literally changed the way I look at life. Just after I took his class. I took maybe like 4 classes of his at my time at UNLV. Maybe 5? 5. I took 5 classes of him. So literally changed my life in acting and just in the way I see life in general. So I want to thank him for everything he did for me the last 5, going on 6 years. And I will see you again, sir.
So, yeah. R.I.P., man.
R.I.P.
I first heard about that at work the morning of. One of the guys I work with was saying, like, oh, you know the name Clarence Gilliard? I'm like, that name sounds mad familiar. He's like, he passed away today. I'm like, who is that? Where is that from? He's like, the guy, he was on Walker, Texas Ranger. I'm like,
Die Hard.
Oh, hold up. And then I remember, too, because I seen the post, I'm like, that's your acting coach. I was like, yo, wait a minute. Yeah. Damn.
And Die Hard, Top Gun.
Right.
He worked with some heavy hitters, boy.
Yeah, man.
He was just in I remember, like, first time I seen him this year, actually. Went back to school, and I couldn't take his class no more because I took it too many times. They only let me take his class. So like, I would just like pop in and stuff because I don't know if I'm the one to be disclosing this, but he was sick past couple years. So I knew he was sick. So like, I would just, pop in on him every now and again since I wasn't taking his class, just to see how he doing, chop it up with him. So like, school usually starts at UNLV, like Martin Luther King Day, like after that.
Right.
So I didn't see him the first couple weeks. So I'm watching the playoffs this past last season, NFL playoffs. and I'm watching the commercials, and I see a familiar face on the commercials. Man, it's my teacher. It's like in a commercial during the playoffs. I'm like, dog. So I went and popped in on him. I'm like, bro, I seen a familiar face when I was watching football this weekend, and he was like, oh yeah, who'd you see? And I was like, it was you. And I was like, yeah, man, it's gonna be. I was like, man, some good money made this weekend. I seen a commercial like 5 times. He was like,
Right.
I was like, man, probably gonna be making more money next weekend. I was like, okay. So shout out to my coach, man. And
That's what's up.
yeah, so let's not get too somber. I did my fair share of crying this past week. It never feels good to lose a mentor.
Nah, man. It's rough.
Yeah, it's tough, man. But welcome to Nuck If You Buckingham Palace, everybody. And here at Young Kings Wrestling, we watch wrestling all week long. And I want to give a shout out to my bread and butter. Because, and this is crazy, I think this is before I found out. Because usually, I don't know. You remember we were supposed to get our powers on December 21st a couple years ago?
Oh man. Damn.
I think I got
totally
my
forgot
powers.
about
I
that.
just don't know. My powers, I'm my intuitiveness is on another level. So like I was feeling weird, like maybe like an hour or two before I found out that my teacher passed. And so I'm feeling weird. So I'm like, usually when I'm feeling down, I go and watch WLC. When it loaded up WLC.
Bruh.
It still holds up to this day. So we're gonna do a live reaction to WLC coming up here soon.
Yeah, we got to.
We got to.
We got to.
Jerry Smaller, Micro Cole, and I forget the JBL commentary name. I forgot that one. Micro Cole popped me up.
Yeah, man. That was jokes.
The whole match.
And I've only watched it one time. I never went back and watched it.
Yeah, I've seen it a few times, man. It's every now and again, but like you had like Heath and Drew just taking these bumps. Like this is on the pre-show, mind you.
Right. It wasn't even on the main card neither.
They went all out.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, it was crazy.
Shout out to three-man band, Gender, Drew, Heath, Hornswoggle,
Yes,
El Torito. Shout out to Los Matadors, the Colognes. Shout out to everybody involved. Y'all put on a show in them 5-7 minutes. And that's how you got to do it. And honestly, that's what wrestlers do. Like they go out there, they got a limited amount of time, they go out there and kill it.
Yeah, man.
Because they got to. It's the only chance they're gonna get. It might be the only chance they get wrestling on a pay-per-view at any aspect for months. So they got.
I remember when they first announced it, like it was looking at this like it was laughable. Like this is going to be the worst thing that we're going to see, and then it wound up being so good.
And they had to do that. They had to do that because like you can't have nobody thinking like your shit just nothing to pay attention to. They made motherfuckers pay attention, and if you missed it, they made sure you felt bad about missing it. So shout out to all those men involved, and they had a little mini ref. They had a mini ladder.
Yeah, man.
They had a 3-foot ladder in this match.
That was a good day for creative. Can't say a lot for the rest of the show, but that was a good day for creative.
I don't even remember what happened the rest of the show.
Like, this was 20, what, 16?
I think it was 15.
15? Yeah, it was nothing we're talking about.
Might have been 16.
Because I think this was, I want to say that was when Roman came back that night. Yeah. Because he was about to be Sheamus again.
2014.
To win the title. 2014?
Yeah. So you might be right about the Sheamus Roman thing.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken.
Wait, no, that was 15. That was 15.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah, 2014. Roman, really have. Yeah.
Roman didn't win a title in 2014. It was 2015 because Seth won it at WrestleMania in 2015.
Right, yeah.
That's how I remember things. Let's see what else happened on this show outside of WLC. We had Cesaro and RVD. versus RVD and Jack Swagger. Okay. We had Rusev versus R-Truth and Xavier Woods in a handicap match that lasted less than 3 minutes.
Oh my God.
Wade Barrett beat Big E for the Intercontinental title. Big E lost the title there. Shield and Evolution. I mean, got nothing to say about that. That was okay. Now that I remember, that was the only good match I remember from this whole show was Shield and Evolution. Because Shield and Evolution had bangers. They had like 2-3 straight pay-per-views.
All right.
Actually, this is the night before the Shield broke up, if I remember correctly.
Wait, TLC?
Extreme Rules.
Extreme. Oh, okay. I was about to say, like,
yeah.
Okay.
I might be wrong on that. Let's verify.
Yeah, that's Extreme Rules.
Yeah, I'm wrong on that. It was at the next show, Payback.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. See, I gotta watch that whole year over. I remember that year being nice.
I mean, it was just, it was different.
Yeah.
Because Brock came back and shook up the world and
fucked up John Cena.
It got yeah.
We had a Bray Wyatt and John Cena in a cage match. Paige and Tamina for the Divas title. And then Daniel Bryan and Kane, which that was some mid. But
beyond.
But yeah, shout out to WLC. And then I watched a couple brothers named Prince Puma and King Cuerno and Lucha Underground go at it.
Oh man.
More on that later on.
Yes, sir.
We might have watched them wrestle again at some point this past week. And then it's Rumble season, so I'm probably gonna start my Rumble rewatches. My Rumble rewatches this season. I might try to hit all the Rumbles. I got enough time.
Oof.
At least all the Rumble matches. I don't know about each event, but all the Rumble matches at least, including Greatest Royal Rumble. Because I enjoyed Greatest Royal Rumble.
I mean, I enjoyed it, but I don't know if I can watch it again, man. Like after a while though, like when you start adding those numbers, like 40, 50 people, like it gets winded after a minute.
Yeah, the 40-man Rumble was ass.
Yeah.
The winner was ass too. But yeah, we had 50 men. Yeah, I remember watching the Greatest Royal Rumble. By the time we got to like 38, I'm like, all right, nigga.
Cut it.
But I still enjoyed it. I enjoyed the whole first Saudi show. Sorry if that offends anybody.
It was good.
The first show wasn't that bad. Like it
really wasn't.
Second and third. It was more so the second show that was awful.
Yeah, because they wanted to, play with their life-size action figures. Yeah.
First one wasn't that bad. Yeah, we got Titus World Slide out of it. So yeah, that's on my watch list.
That was MVP of the night.
easily, man. Let's talk about this week in wrestling history real quick. 2020, we got the debut of Sting in AEW. 2 years later, he is not paralyzed or killed himself yet, so congratulations. Because why is he still wrestling?
I have no idea.
No
idea. We gotta stop this. We gotta stop
it. 2001, Vince McMahon joined his own Kiss My Ass club. Had to kiss Rikishi's ass forcibly. So context, it was some shit. Vince was supposed to join The Rock's Kiss My Ass club, and The Rock was like, "Nah, fam, you ain't kiss my ass. Kiss his ass." So The Rock and Rikishi made up. Rikishi did it for The Rock.
Yes, he did. Not that way though.
2006, one of the worst, if not the worst, pay-per-views of all time took place this week, December to Dismember.
Oh, come on, man.
No need to talk about that anymore.
We don't gotta acknowledge that.
We know it's terrible. And in 2009, RIP to Umaga, he passed away. I think today, actually, in 2009.
Oh,
if not tomorrow.
It's
It
cool.
had to be today.
It is
It
today.
had to be today. Because I remember I was at a basketball game when I found out.
Damn.
In high school. I was at a high school basketball game.
It's
and I remember December 4th.
It's already been 13 years.
I know. Crazy. RP Uncle Eddie.
That's wild.
And then 2020, RP Pat Patterson. He passed away this week, 2020.
Oh. Damn.
And shout out to the dude that played Pat Patterson on Young Rock. He got the accent down. He kind of looks.
I still gotta watch.
Young
Rock
get on that
show, bro. I gotta get on that show because
I
keep seeing like clips from it. Like, it looked dope as hell.
Yeah, go check that out, man. And happy birthday this past week. A lot of birthdays this week, man. Eric Redbeard, Summer Rae, Dutch Mantel, aka Zeb Coulter, Dana Brooke, Christian, Naomi, and Hiromu Takahashi's birthday is today. It's my boy, New Japan, greatest junior heavyweight of all time. And then Hall of Famer JBL, John Bradshaw Layfield, the wrestling god. So I got the cowboy hat. Get the two-step.
There you go.
The JBL.
That should look terrible in them baggy ass pants too.
Hell yeah, them pants.
Oh my god.
Today also, we deep today on this. Today, 53 years ago, Fred Hampton was assassinated by the Central Intelligence Agency. Keyword assassinated. He was not murdered. He was not killed. He was assassinated. Get it right. And this guy arrived on the day Fred Hampton died, 53 years ago today also. Happy birthday, Jay-Z. Oh. What's your favorite Jay-Z song, man?
Oh, man. We'd have to go through eras because, like, for a long time it was Dirt Off Your Shoulder. Then, like, 99 Problems was my, like, was a banger. I was just bumping all the time. Like, man, the whole album Kingdom Come, I was rocking with.
Kingdom Come is an underrated Jay-Z album.
Listen, like,
do you want to ride?
Yeah, man.
Hard.
Like, I'd have to go through eras, man. I don't know if I could pick one. That man got an extensive catalog.
Like, if I had to choose one imaginary players.
Okay.
Or where I'm from.
Yeah. One that was like underrated I listened to for a long time was Beach Chair.
Yeah.
That I used to play that before for the games, we played football.
It was hype.
I used to bump that. Oh man.
I rock with
now I'm ready to go. Yeah, man.
So
that's how
we on this subject of Jay-Z songs. And this is a wrestling podcast. I gotta bring it all together. Let's compare wrestlers to Jay-Z songs.
Oh man.
I'm gonna go first. This one easy. The Godfather is Big Pimpin'. That's easy.
Oh man. Yeah.
What we got?
We gonna go with.
I sprung this on you with no research, man.
I'm telling you. Shit.
Why are you thinking of that one, man? I got another one. Ted DiBiase is Dead Presidents.
Okay.
My presidents to represent me. My boy really pondering.
Damn. Goddamn. Because I'm thinking like the wrestlers though. Like, shit.
All right, if you had to compare John Cena to a Jay-Z song, what song would it be?
03 John Cena would have been like Hard Knock Life or something.
Yeah. I would say, John Cena got to be dirt off your shoulder. You remember John Cena used to hit that before you hit the 5 knuckle.
That's true. That's true. That's a fact.
John Cena is dirt off his shoulder.
Yeah, gotta be.
Seth Rollins has changed clothes.
I'm gonna give. Who was it? Who was that switches all the time? A lot. Me on and off. Big Show is on to the next. Because this man changed from face to heel like the seasons.
Hey, high key, Seth Rollins could be on to the next one too. All them tag team partners he done had.
Oh man. Between 2017 2018. That was wild and crazy.
I got one more. Moose is a story of OJ. Still, nigga.
Oh man. What am I thinking? Street Profits, Niggas in Paris.
Street Profits might be the whole Watch the Throne album.
Probably. I can see that. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Oh, Bray Wyatt, No Church in the Wild.
Okay. I like that. Bray Wyatt can also be fuck with me, you know I got it.
I'm with that.
Oh, fuck with me, you know I got it, LA Knight. This is my last one. I'm gonna give this one, but with an asterisk. Shawn Michaels Encore. Because technically, you know, that wasn't supposed to be it, but 2002 to 2010, that's perfect. Are we comparing Shawn Michaels to Jay-Z?
I mean,
because like even like now, like what they doing currently, they still around their game, but they not as active, but they can still, you know, give it to you if they need to.
That's right. Like they was them dudes in their heyday, so they ain't go nowhere.
Went away for a couple years, came back, still dropping bangers.
That's what I'm saying. Jay-Z. I remember when Jay-Z retired.
Yeah, fake retired.
Yeah, man.
He wasn't even retired. He was still doing features and stuff.
Exactly. So like, he got y'all.
It's like Shawn Michaels was still wrestling for his school. He was still wrestling for his school. That's right. True. Go Google that. It's Googleable.
It definitely is too. Because I think that was when Daniel Bryan started coming up. He was training.
Daniel Bryan, Lance Cade. They had me thinking Lance Cade was from Omaha, Nebraska for the longest.
They did.
Which like I got hype. I was like, there's somebody from Omaha. He ain't shit. But he from Omaha though. I was hurt when I found out Ted DiBiase wasn't really from Omaha. I was hurt, and I realized it was just a play on Warren Buffett. That's all that was.
Facts. So
the Road Warrior's not really from Chicago.
Oh,
I know that.
What?
I think them boys from Minnesota.
Deception.
Right? They just lie about where all these wrestlers are from.
That's cold-blooded.
All of a sudden, Ricochet from Las Vegas.
Oh man, I like how they do that. That's cool though. I ain't tripping.
Remember Chris Jericho was from New York?
Right, yo. He was for the longest time. It was Manhattan, New York, and then now we switch. Like
all of a sudden, he was from Canada this whole time. He's from New York now.
Yeah.
Where they do?
He was wearing the Rangers jersey because his pops played for the Rangers. Like, okay, all right,
I get that.
You know, yeah.
Your Redacted was from Atlanta.
Yo,
it's like, this nigga's not from Atlanta, bro.
Because it was during the last. I'm like, that's where he lived now. Right. You know what I'm saying? That's not where he's from. And that they did that like during the last stretch of his career. Because I was confused about that.
All this deception, man.
You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious?
You don't find that suspicious?
High key.
All this cap.
Yeah, man.
We gotta stop damn cap.
It's crazy.
I'm gonna pass it over to my co-host, man. He gonna take the lead on this one, get in the driver's side. You got the royal address of rumors.
Yes, sir.
Now, what's going on with this William Regal thing, man? Are you understanding what's going on with that?
So, at least a handful of different sources are already talking about it. So, from what I'm getting, since they wrote William Regal off with the whole thing with MJF on Wednesday, which I gotta talk about that because I forgot to last week and we don't get there. Since they wrote him off, the talk has been that now William Regal could potentially be done with AEW. Now there's the conversation that, well, you know, they thought he originally said he signed a 3-year deal with the company. Then there's some talk about saying that, you know, he only signed a 1-year deal, and there's an option for him to, I guess, like, get bought out, opt out of it, whatever, because he always had the contingency that, well, listen, if Vince ever leaves and Triple H takes over because they work together in NXT, he'll say, all right, let me get out this contract, I'm going back. Nothing's confirmed as of this point. It's all just kind of up in the air. People kind of just getting these stories in, but we know they wrote him off TV for a reason. So he could be on his way out. He could just be taking a break. I don't know for sure, but realistically, I never pictured him outside of WWE. This has been very weird. He did ask, you know, Vince's blessing to use the William Regal name when he left. So, you know, he made sure he kept it, you know, some continuity with his character.
Sure thing, pal.
But
I don't think
yeah, I don't think William Regal could go anywhere in wrestling that he wouldn't be effective. But yeah, good chance that he may be back. I don't have anything concrete on it, but
seen his
yeah, if everybody's talking about it, so it's like,
yeah, I
something going on
earlier
here
from EC3. He said when William Regal went over to AEW, the word was, he said, I immediately regret this decision. There's very much a maturity issue here within the management. Not the first time I've heard that this year, but
not AEW.
Yeah.
Huh?
What?
You don't say.
What?
Maturity issue.
Huh?
Management.
Hey.
You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious?
Interesting.
I do. I do.
But nah, even like Regal, I remember when he first got released from WWE. Did he get released or did he ask for his release?
I think he got released.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he got released because that would make more sense. But I remember when he first got released, he hopped on Twitter. He was like, no, sunshine, I will not say a darn negative word about the World Wrestling Entertainment. In lesser words. Like, I translated it to mean, I ain't saying shit bad. Y'all can get off my dick about it because it's not going to happen. I'm probably going to get my job back soon. So I'm not going to burn no bridges. That's the translation I read it in. I read it in nigga speak.
That's the only way to take it. He wasn't going.
He's stuck on that. And I could tell like he didn't even interact with nobody else outside of John Moxley, Bryan Danielson, Claudio Castagnoli. All three of them were in WWE with him.
Exactly.
And he like and William Regal was like Daniel Bryan's like mentor during that time.
Exactly.
And then, you know, Wheeler Yuta, he was around him too. So like, and he kind of seemed like he don't, you know, be into the bullshit backstage either. So pretty sure they was like, no, you cool, fam. Come on.
Right.
Everybody else, man, I get it. It comes off on screen like like the fucking Elite. What was it? Match 2, and it was just they was just taking shots at CM Punk the whole match. That's that shit
Non-stop.
CM Punk literally was talking about.
Right.
He works with fucking children.
That's a damn shame too. He came out. I tell you, like the difference a year makes when you talk about him showing up and everyone was acting like he was going to save pro wrestling, and y'all turned on that man so fast, so fast. Even though we told y'all, you know, there's something to watch out for. But it's like in his own in Chicago, y'all was saying fuck CM Punk. Like,
oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, I ain't no good for that. That's really crazy.
Look, man, we told you.
I told y'all niggas. Y'all thought I was playing, but I told y'all niggas.
Well, while we on the subject of almost exclusively white, one of their talent is on their last hurrah, basically. Dustin Rhodes said that 2023 is the last year that he's going to be wrestling at an event last night. So that's putting the bow and the ribbon on it. He might be one of those people that going back home and probably get a job, probably coaching something backstage. I would imagine.
Oh yeah, you gotta figure he going with little brother.
Yeah, because his thing is like he talked about a couple was it last week or something like that, where he said he was kind of bummed out that Cody left because they were sticking it out and they were making this work. But I mean, if you're not going to be active no more and transition backstage, where else would you go? You know what I'm saying?
Especially when you got people like Billy Gunn and William Regal, who we just talked about, saying that, and CM Punk saying that nobody wants to take advice backstage. Then what's the point of Dustin sticking around when I can go or somebody is actually going to listen to what I have to say?
Right. Yeah, it don't make no sense, man.
But didn't wasn't he doing like producing work before AEW?
I feel like he was.
And they let him go because a match was so bad. Or am I thinking of somebody?
Yeah. Wait, no.
Or am I thinking of Arn Anderson when he let somebody go out there and wrestle drunk?
Yes. That was in WWE.
I'm not gonna say. I know who y'all know who the somebody is. I'm not gonna put that young lady on blast.
Yeah. She's
doing much better now. So.
But yeah. He let she had been getting a little wild, and I guess he could clearly see it, but let them go out and perform, and he was the next day was gone, which is fair. Like that's negligence. You can't be doing that.
Somebody could get hurt or paralyzed, and we have a PR issue on our hands. You gotta talk about all the guns you got, all you want.
The Glock. Oh man. So we saw Friday night. Tegan Knox is back. The doors is open for people that are running back through it. And another person that's supposed to be on his way back is Eric Young on stint number 3,122 at this point. I didn't care about that. Yeah, I didn't care about that.
So, I didn't give a fuck about Eric Young last time he was in WWE. Not in NXT. The only standout from that group was Nikki Cross. Sanity was mid outside of that. They was in the first War Games. That's they only claim to fame.
Yeah, pretty much.
Killian Day, he was kind of nice. But no, outside Eric Young was mid to me. Eric Young ain't really been shit to me since like 2007. I ain't gonna lie to you. When he first left Team Canada and he was doing the goofy shit, that's all I see. Eric Young. Whenever I see Eric Young, I just see him doing the goofy shit, and I can't take this shit he was doing Insanity seriously. And then they go on the main roster, they all get smashed by the Miz of all fucking people. So like, I'm really not taking them seriously at that point.
Yeah, Miz don't smash people.
He goes back to Impact, and they give him the championship immediately once he gets back to Impact.
That was questionable.
He lost to Rich Swann. That was a cool little moment. But like now he's been doing an Impact, this group, Violent but Deadly. And like excuse me, goddamn, channel changers for me, to the point where like I just stopped keeping up with Impact the last several months just because like these niggas was always on screen, always in a prominent spot on the card, and I just did not care. And that's how I feel about Eric Young. He's a goofball to me. This dude won a women's championship in Impact Wrestling back in like 2013 or something like that.
Yeah.
I can't take him seriously, anything he does. I am sorry if that offends anybody. I respect him. I respect the wrestler. I respect the worker because he's been putting in work over 20 years. I respect the hell out of that. I love Team Canada. I loved when he was in Team Canada. I was my favorite iteration of Eric Young. And it's just been slowly downhill ever since then. I don't care. So if he's coming back on screen, I don't care. I don't want to see it. If he's coming back as a backstage producer or something of that sort, that would be wonderful.
Would make more sense.
Because like I said, I respect him as a worker, and his knowledge, his 2+ decades of expertise would be very beneficial backstage, not on screen.
Big facts. Yeah, no doubt.
I
can't see I can't see a reason for him being back outside of that.
In lesser words, this is what I mean.
Hey, ain't nobody trying to hear that bullshit, man.
Hey, man. I'm with you on that, for real. The Bookman, he is set to wrestle again this month, December 18th. He is going to be on his promotion, Reality of Wrestling. He's on a team with Mysterious Q to challenge Warren Johnson and Zach Mason for the ROW Tag Team Championships.
Now, can you dig that? Champagne wishes and caviar dreams.
Yeah, man.
Shucky ducky. I got all the Booker team.
Oh my God, I can't. Yeah, before I forget, real quick, shout out to the Usos.
All right, that's the last one. I'm sorry.
Shout out to the Usos real quick. This week they cracked 500 days atop the tag division. They didn't go tag team. I don't care what the rest of y'all say at this point. I'm sorry, and got it on lock. I'm not
sorry. It's undeniable at this point.
Yeah. Ain't nothing you can really say.
I know it's predetermined, and then somebody's making sure they keep the belts, but they still got to go out there and put the work in.
Yeah,
they got to put the work in outside of doing TV and outside of working. I'll be watching Jay Uso on Instagram, and he be at the gym, he be putting in work. He really do his thing.
You mentioned Impact earlier. You heard they got a deal with DAZN?
That's crazy. It's more so crazy to me that DAZN is still around.
Right.
Because what DAZN gonna do if Canelo ever leaves?
Oh, they done. they finished. I think that's probably why they made this deal, because like they need a contingency plan.
That's all they could do. That's the best they could do. Impact.
I don't know.
If it means Impact gonna be able to pay these wrestlers more, so they don't all just leave and go back to WWE to get paid, I'm with it.
That's true. It's kind of sad
because it's very difficult for Impact the last couple years to gain momentum. Because I feel like they were starting to gain momentum, and then the pandemic hit, and then they champion ended up leaving them in the dust. So you had to deal with that situation, and then ever since the pandemic, they just been kind of treading water. Then they sold to the Steve Harvey group like right before the pandemic, and then it's just been all kind of floating, trying to figure out what they're gonna do. And every time they get momentum, somebody who's been a big part of their show leaves. They either go to WWE or they go to AEW because they're gonna get more money that way. It didn't help that Kenny Omega came in and just absolutely blitzed any momentum they might have had for 9 months straight. It's another story or another time.
Yeah, it was bad. Facts.
So if this helps them gain momentum and they can pay people to stick around and continue to build that momentum to become, I mean, they're not going to be the Impact of old, but they can do a lot better than they have been doing. 2020, they did well for 2020. It was just like around 2021. It was, and they've just been treading water ever since then. So
the legs came out. What not you could do at that point.
It's when you watch a football game, like a shitty team versus a really good team. and the shitty team is going at the really good team the first half, but then the second half, the really good team got to make adjustments and they blow them out the water. That's what Impact is doing. They've been kind of on, trying to keep up a little bit, and then it's just, this might be the last time we talk about Impact this episode.
Probably. For our weekly dose of Cap. So this story came out from Survivor Series. There was a spot in the main event between the Bloodline and the Brawling Brutes where Kevin Owens caught Reigns up like on the jaw or in the face, got a little bruising, and apparently Roman was a little heated about that backstage. I'm calling Cap on that because we understand that this is professional wrestling. Things happen. Things happen all the time. And Roman is a consummate professional. So I find it hard to believe that one of the two guys that he chose to work with and elevate in this program made a slight error in a match and he was upset about it. Like, I don't buy that at all. No. The story goes that, he, backstage was, real heated and stuff like that and had an issue with it because it was an unplanned spot and he didn't know that was coming. Roman is not, from what I've understood, he's not one of them
40 years.
One of them Terrences, or them Jims, or them, them Richards. Like, so I'm calling Cap on that.
The Richards.
We're trying to, We're trying to manifest something that's not there. This is not the other company. Let's not do that.
Yeah. And it's, like I said, man, for 40 years, his family been in the business, over 40 years, actually, like 50. Like, they know what it is.
Yeah.
Like,
they're the biggest wrestling family in professional wrestling, not named McMahon.
Yeah. Not named Hart. They might be bigger than the Harts. They definitely got more star power.
This will piss them. I'm about to say this will piss people off, but I'll put them over the Harts. I don't care.
They got way more star power than the Harts.
Like, let's call a spade a spade. Like,
Usos better.
Technical wrestling ability you can have all you want. We're talking about superstars on that level. They don't even come close. Brett only scratched the surface. The Rock eclipsed him way before he even got to Hollywood. So yeah.
The screw job was in '97. They redid the screw job the very next year, and The Rock was already bigger than Bret Hart.
Exactly.
That's a fact.
Like, yeah.
So y'all trying to come up with these stories, man. Listen.
Even Roy Jones was forced to lean back.
That means
controversial takes.
Chill out.
Controversial takes, but we don't care.
Yeah. I'm here to tell you.
Yes, sir. Last couple things I got. Stokely Hathaway was on the sessions with Renee Paquette. And he made a statement that I guess kind of spells it out for some people who have still been wondering whether or not this is true or not. Read this quote. He was talking about some situation with his group, the Firm. So everything that was supposed to happen with the Firm did not happen back at All Out. What happened immediately after the pay-per-view, that was a huge part of it. The person we were supposed to work directly with is no longer with the company. So I don't think I need to spell out who that person is. I'm sure he didn't need to ask nobody to make that quote. So if y'all need anything further than that, you might want to go talk to the Seltzer-verse, because I'm sure the ops know. But yeah.
That was by the way, if y'all didn't know.
Yes, sir. And Andrade, we thought he was on his way out. We thought he was going to be free. We thought we were going to see him on TV. And it turns out he's having his first, or just had his first surgery. So speedy recovery to my guy. He tore his pec a couple months ago. So he had to get surgery on that. It was successful. Don't have really a timetable for his return. He's been out since September. And, like I said, we thought that, it was just the typical almost exclusively white nonsense. But, yeah, he's been resting up, had to get surgery. Hope to see him back as soon as possible. But got to get him up out of there anyway. That's another thing that Richard was talking about this week, which, I mean, listen, thanks for stating the obvious that we've only been stating for about 2 years now, but that's okay.
Yeah. Shout out to Andrade. Get well soon. That's my guy.
Mm-hmm. And in that same token, his wife is dropping some hints that she is on her way back. Because saw a picture, she posted her wrestling boots. She's training with Zoe Stark and Kaylee Ray, now Alba Fire, getting herself back in shape to get in the ring. I just want to say, Miss Flair,
soon enough.
First of all, I'm so sorry we took you for granted. I really am.
Absolutely. Because listen, see on my shirt. Still ain't got this, but I digress.
Yeah.
It's lonely without them two. I got more to
I'm
say
telling
about
you
that here later on.
I'm telling you, like,
got more to say about that. But
it's one thing if Sasha was still on my TV. We don't know if or when she's gonna show back up. I mean, realistically, she'll be back, but
I'm gonna give up both hope by the Royal Rumble.
Oh yeah. That's on my deadline at this point.
Yeah.
This might be the best Rumble we get ever.
Man, low key, because Triple H's first Rumble, I'm very intrigued to see.
Hell yes.
Triple H first Rumble, his first WrestleMania coming up in LA is about to be crazy.
Oh yeah, they ramping up everything. Like they talk. Listen, they talking to Cena, they talking to Rock, they talking to Stone Cold.
Listen, I'm about to have to take my ass over to LA.
I'm telling you, like every celebrity that they can book, they're trying to get out. Like they pulling out all the stops for this one.
I might have to be there, bro. I might. Yeah. I was thinking about it last week, and I got a job.
Right. Yeah,
I've had a job before. I got a better job that pays more, and I can, like, I ain't gonna lie to you, I was barely able to afford wrestling tickets the last couple years. I was just like scraping. I was like, I gotta get these tickets though. Now I ain't gotta worry about that. I'm good. So we might have to go to WrestleMania.
Yeah, man.
I'm gonna give it another month. If by the first week of January, if something looking crazy, I might have to be in here.
Yeah.
That's all we had
for. Yeah, we good.
Ooh, good on the rumors, man. Shane Taylor and Keith Lee at Final Battle. So y'all might get me to watch this Ring of Honor shit. I ain't watched no Ring of Honor nothing all year because I don't give a fuck about this new age Ring of Honor. Nobody barely cared about Ring of Honor before. So I don't care about no Chris Jericho's Ring of Honor champion. Come on now. Fighting all these old motherfuckers. Old motherfuckers fighting old motherfuckers. And we love it over there. Oh, man, I ain't about to get in that. Speaking of speaking of you niggas, I don't have a peasant of the week because I'm tired of giving you niggas peasant of the week every week. Listen, it's like when Nicki Minaj won Best Female Rap Artist at the BET Awards every single year. It got boring. Y'all done had Peasant of the Week like 15 times this year, bro.
It's exhausting.
It is exhausting. So this is not an official peasant. I will not play the sound bite, but I saw a tweet on my timeline the other day, and I was just like, the fuck you talking about, fam? So this dude says, AEW is not for casual fans. If you don't know a story, it's your job to go back and figure it out. That's why it's the alternative. It's for the diehards who pay attention and watch every week. So yeah, they didn't give more context to Mox versus Hangman because we knew it already. I'm gonna break that down a little bit. He said AEW is not for casual fans. Well, the ratings sure proved that, man. It's been 3 years. We've been over 1 million, maybe like 10 times total. If that. Y'all hook people in, and then they be like, yeah, this shit whack, and then don't turn in no more. And it's a constant cycle. So yeah, it proves that. And my favorite part was he said, if you don't know a story, it's your job to go back and figure it out. Nah, fam. My job is to watch the show and enjoy it and be entertained by it. The promoter's job is to promote what is on the show. It's literally in the word of the title, promoter. You want to be a wrestling promoter, you promote. Replays, video packages. That's why they're there. Highlights. The whole
point. You know something? I don't even blame this dude for that. He is a symptom of the disease. You know what disease I'm talking about? Because you know who said that first? The Seltzerverse did. Because I remember somebody posted a video. I can't. At this point, I have to just start muting his name because even though I have him muted, blocked, everything, I still see videos of him talking. He was sitting down talking about that exactly what you just said, what he talked about in that tweet. He said the exact same words, and now people are just repeating it verbatim on Twitter, and you sound stupid. Symptom of the disease.
This is what wrestling fans do, and this is why I don't be on the internet too much, because they don't have an opinion that is formed by their own brain most of the time.
Nope.
Majority of the time, the opinions that come out of their mouth on these podcasts, not us, like we don't follow much on Twitter like that, so we can form our own opinion because our opinions are not being shaped by what other people say. We're not on Twitter all the time scrolling wrestling Twitter, and that's not even just a wrestling thing. That's everything: politics, music, movies, literally any topic you can talk about on the internet. If you are in an echo chamber constantly, then you're going to gather the same opinions of the echo chamber. That's just how shit works. Like, you remember the episode of SpongeBob? And we were relating things back to SpongeBob here. Sorry. I mean, it's an example that works. You remember the episode of SpongeBob? And Squidward was like, man, fuck Bikini Bottom. I'm tired of living here. And then he found this community where everybody was just like him. And then he realized that shit was boring as hell because everybody acted the same way. Everybody did the same things. Everybody had the same routine every day. And so Squidward broke out of that mold. Squidward did what everybody think Kanye doing, and he broke out of that mold and just started doing things different and shaking the table. And he got kicked out of the community. And that's kind of how it is, you know, with just the echo chamber. So relating that back to wrestling, if all y'all doing the same shit and talking about the same things, everybody gonna have the same opinion. So if all you do is read or listen or watch whatever content that Meltzer puts out, you gonna have the same opinions on wrestling as him. And y'all been doing that the last 7-8 years, ever since he started bigging up the folks in Japan, the one folk in Japan that he always bigged up, who is no longer in Japan, who hasn't been in Japan for 4 years, and is now in America, and now he big him up in America. And everybody got the same opinions. Jim Cornette is another one. And it's actually the opposite of Meltzer a lot of the time, which is is equally annoying. Is saying the exact opposite of everything.
It's ridiculous. Conformity is not the way.
No, it's relax.
And I can relate to that because I went to military school, and everybody, you know, if you've never been, y'all, you know, you walk lockstep with everyone else. You wear the same uniform. You do the same stuff all the time. You got to find yourself in that place. So that was one of the things I did. But yeah, in a nutshell, break out the Genjutsu for all my anime fans. Break out the Genjutsu, please. This is not where you want to be. Because ultimately, Dave Meltzer was yes.
That flash on y'all.
Flash cam. I said this years ago about Brandy. You notice Brandy done finally, you know, toned it down a little bit. Maybe motherhood has done something to her. Yeah. They finally, somebody hit them with the flash cam because they woke up very fast. So
it might have been guys, might have just been listening and it just hit because somebody tapped in. We got more on that.
I'm telling you, somebody got to fess up. Somebody got to fess up. We'll get to it.
Just DM us, bro. It's all good. Email us. ICanWrestling@gmail.com. Yes, we have a Gmail address. I will fix that in 2023.
But we can be discreet.
Yeah, you don't gotta be, you can at least disclose it to us if you listening.
Right. Don't hide.
Don't hide. That's the episode title. Don't hide.
Yeah, there you go.
Don't hide.
That's valid.
It's all good. It's okay. We cool people.
Yeah, man.
I got an idea who it might be too. I said this in the group chat. I got an idea who it might be. Because this guy, he hosts spaces on Twitter with creatives a lot. Like wrestling creatives, like promoters and wrestlers and podcasters and stuff. He also works in the writing department in WWE. Might be that individual. I'm not gonna say his name. But if it is you, sir, we follow you on Twitter. You can DM us.
It only takes but 2 seconds.
Yeah. All you gotta be is like, it's me. That's all you gotta say. You don't even gotta go crazy in detail. Like, yeah, we just asked. We just asked to cut the check.
I'm gonna tell you the same thing we tell Seth. Just give us the wink.
Yeah, that's all. So whatever you write on Monday, just let us know. I don't know if you write on Monday or Fridays, but whatever one. Like, I got a feeling it's you though. So if it's you,
and the check would be very nice.
Yeah, like the check is, that's arbitrary. You don't gotta cut the check. We prefer you don't got to.
Yeah. It would be nice.
It would be nice.
We're black content creators. We're trying to make something happen.
Yeah, man. But yeah, that's all we have for the rumors and this mini peasant. Real quick though, because I forgot last week, and it was a perfect time to do it last week because it was Thanksgiving weekend. New cast member Friday getting added to the throne, and I forgot it last week. It was Thanksgiving weekend, so I had to give it everybody's favorite uncle, Bernie Mac. Gotta give it to him. Shout out Uncle Bernie.
Yes, sir.
You know one thing, America. Your damn kids get on my nerve.
That's my goat.
My Bernie Mac impression is way off this morning. It's usually way better, so I apologize.
I ain't scared of you, motherfucker.
I ain't scared of you, motherfucker. Kick ass.
Y'all didn't catch my Bernie Mac reference a few weeks ago too. I referenced that whole set. Not the whole set. It was a joke from that set that I referenced, and it was real brief. And I told y'all I would give y'all $1 if y'all could figure it out. And nobody figured it out.
Yeah, man.
So
hey,
no more of that.
He's slacking on the uptake. He's slacking on the uptake sometimes, man. Terrible.
Shout out to Bernie Mac, man. What's your favorite Bernie Mac role or movie? Or quote?
Damn. Nothing to me beat the show. The show was top tier. But movies, I gotta say probably Soul Man. The Soul Man.
Soul Man.
That him and Sam Jackson together was just
for that to be his last movie too. Tough.
Yeah, man. They killed that.
I met a dude, and I don't know if he was capping, because one thing actors do is lie a lot about what they've been doing and sensationalize things more than what they are. So this dude said that he was working on Soul Man, and then he didn't get to work no more because he said like Bernie passed away like before they got to finish the movie. I don't know how real that is. Might be a little bit of cap. I feel like they finished the movie before he died, but
yeah, they definitely did.
Yeah, so he might have been capping. That's what actors do. They lie. They most definitely lie about shit that they've done. But no, Soul Man is my top 3. Players Club is in the top 3. And then
hell yes.
We're gonna be trouble.
Shot down. Pay no country boy nothing.
And then Head of State, bruh.
Man. Got off the train slapping everybody.
He's like, hey. Slapped his brother.
Oh, man.
Shout out to Bernie Mac, man.
Facts.
If Bernie Mac was a wrestler, what would his finisher be?
Man. Damn.
Probably just
I
slap
don't
people.
know. Probably.
Probably he an old fella. He put the
Like,
pinky ring on.
it'll be something called Milk and Cookies.
Him downstairs. No, that's the episode title. Him downstairs.
Yeah.
Shout out to Bernie Mac.
There
man.
we go.
That's my OG.
Yes, sir.
Still to this day, that was one of the first times a celebrity that wasn't a wrestler died, and I was just sad as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Like still to this day, like still sad. Like that's kind of how I felt like when Chadwick Boseman passed away. Like you just feel real close to the people you just watch all these years. Like
yeah, it's the ones I be in denial about, bro.
Because I mean, it's usually like whenever you get to see like somebody who wasn't on that Hollywood shit, like Bernie was not on that Hollywood shit.
Nah, not at all.
Like if somebody who's real and authentic, it feel different with versus like somebody that was just like super Hollywood passed away.
Right.
Yeah.
It's cold, man.
Yeah, shout out to Bernie, man. Shout out to Uncle Bernie. Now let's talk about some wrestling. What happened this past week in wrestling, man? Let's review these shows. We can get y'all up out of here. Appreciate y'all if y'all been listening to this point. How long we been recording? A little over an hour.
A little bit.
So, let's talk about Raw, man. This upcoming Monday on Raw, we got the Usos. They're gonna be pulling double duty this week. 2 tag team title defenses. Monday they got Elias and Riddle. And then Friday they got Sheamus and Drew if they can get past them. So spoiler alert, they'll get past them.
They will. I don't know why we keep putting Riddle in these situations.
These makeshift tag teams is
like Elias deserves better. I thought the whole point of revamping Elias was for him to do something substantial, and then you put him.
They could have kept my man as Ezekiel. All this,
right? Like. And the fact that this dude
Ezekiel or Riddle would have been a better fit anyway. So I don't get it.
Like
I don't get it.
You keep giving this dude you should just ban this dude from any kind of bloodline interactions whatsoever. Like you've already been banned from the world title.
Y'all forcing
it. You done beat him down several times already. It's like stop trying to make fetch happen. Please. Give this dude something else to do and stop bringing other people into it. Because I'm not with it.
Yeah, we need to do better with that. Because I mean, and it's literally been like his whole career at this point in WWE.
Yeah.
It's just makeshift tag teams. You did it with the Bruiserweights, and you did it with RK Bro, and now you're doing it with Elias. It's just like we don't know what to do with Matt Riddle.
We're creating this
basics, man.
We're creating a theme with Riddle. And you gonna know this reference when I say it. Riddle is that never invited but always want to go ass nigga, and it's annoying as hell. Like
we be in the middle. I'm about to show.
Yeah, man, we be in the middle of a promo segment, stuff like that. He just pop up, talking some bullshit. Well, we all was at one point, but it's like, listen, man, it gets old watching it on TV every week,
bro.
Real old.
Tell me about it.
Yeah.
All right, real quick. This has nothing to do with wrestling, but it's this dude that I subscribe to on YouTube called Prim's Hood Cinema. He just reviews like hood movies and like black TV shows. And his editing is funny as fuck. He dropped another video, so I'm ready to watch it after I get off here. He literally just dropped a new video. So my apologies. I gotta get that Prim alert. Go check him out too. The only time I plug anybody for free is when I really feel like it. And go watch his shit. His shit is hilarious. His Baby Boy review, funny as hell.
Oh man!
And if y'all know me, Baby Boy, my favorite movie. So. That's my favorite hood movie.
That's top tier.
So yeah. Anyway, back to the wrestling. We have Becky and Bayley heating up. So they feud gonna be.
Since you mentioned it, I'm ready to break out the hashtag. It's been a long time, but I got to do it because the way she was looking this week, it warrants it. Hashtag get at me, Bayley. It's back.
Oh, it was get at me, Bayley. I was thinking Dakota.
Nah. close to Dakota, but a little bit to the left.
Oh yeah. Bayley had that leather.
Woo! Bayley was wilding this week. Bayley got single and ain't been acting right since.
Goddamn, Miss Pam.
Right.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. But back to the wrestling talk. Let's stop the ogling for a moment. Becky and Bayley. I'm ready for this feud. It's heating up. I've been ready for it since SummerSlam, and it's gonna get to another level. I'm gonna need final two in a Rumble type flow. That's what I'm gonna need. I'm gonna need final two in the 2007 Royal Rumble type flow. Shawn Michaels, Undertaker type shit. Let them be the final two in the Rumble, and then let them wrestle for another like 5-7 minutes.
Yeah.
Do that,
I get
Mr.
that.
H.
I can rock with that.
Because if you do that, I won't say, because I'm very critical of things Triple H do, and I'll more on that in a moment. But if you do this, I will not be critical until after WrestleMania.
That's fair.
I feel I have to be critical to Triple H because y'all won't be. So somebody got to do it. There's a lot of stuff to be critical over.
Yeah, we gotta be honest. Like,
because if we're not honest, we just get to the point where it's like Vince McMahon. We don't want that. So yeah, I'm gonna need that final two in the Rumble, 2007 type stuff. The Street Profits. Let's get the Street Profits going because they came back, and as we just talked about before, somebody is tapped in. I think I know who it is. What else we got, man? Dexter Lumis won a contract this past week. Adam Pearce giving away somebody else's money is crazy. How you give away somebody else's money? It wasn't your money to
give. This marks the first time in my life I've ever had to agree with this man. But I saw a quote from Vince Russo, and he asked a very fair question. Why is this man on TV? Because when's the last time Adam Pearce appeared on TV screens before this? Like, are you doing your job once a month now? Because I don't know what I want that deal.
Last time he was on TV since like the whole Sonya Deville thing.
Exactly. Like, we thought she was taking a job, and she don't even do that job no more. So, what happened? Where you at, buddy?
But this dude gave away. It was the Miz's money. The Miz was gonna give the money to Dexter Lumis to bribe him, and then Adam Pearce just come out and grab the Miz's Louis Vuitton bag. When you grabbing a man's Louis V bag probably costs like $2,000-$3,000.
Yeah.
So like, first of all, you overstepping boundaries off of that alone. Even if there wasn't no money in the bag, you still overstepping boundaries. So then you take the money and you stand by it the whole match. The match was decent for what it was, but then you give the whole bag of money to Dexter Lumis, like, here you go, family. You've earned this. Even though the Miz was gonna give him the bag initially, it's some BS. So then
you set it up on that post like they do with the titles when they win a tournament or something like that. Like, bro, this wasn't part of it was
a trophy or something.
Yeah.
Like you wild. This was not part of the contract that these wrestlers signed before the match. Well, I don't think Lumis signed a contract before the match. It was a match to earn a contract. I'm pretty sure he signed a waiver though. And in the waiver, it did not state that you're gonna win this whole big value of money at the end of the match, and you're gonna get it handed to you by an official member of the administration. That's just not how this works. But Lumis, he won the money anyway. Started handing the money to children, handing the money to the kids. And then, like, Mike Mazzani was like, fuck them kids. Took the $100 from the young boy. Dexter Lumis was not skipping black kids, as I've seen some people pointing out on Twitter. They was like, I know y'all seen it. No, he was not skipping black children at all.
Nah, come on, man. I got to chill out. Man. Y'all Y'all be reaching sometimes a little bit too far, and I would never understand it. It's like y'all just look for any little thing.
I was watching it. I went back and watched it too because I was like, because I remember I seen it was these two grown ass niggas. They was like 27. They look old as fuck, and they was looking at Dexter Loomis. They was licking their lips like he had chicken or something. He was like, "Ooh, let me get one of them $100 bills." Like y'all grown. You see him handing this out to the children. You hand this out to the children.
Kids, bro.
Relax.
Like,
relax.
It's not for you, homie.
But
you file a W-2 every year.
Right.
You get your W-2s every year. Like,
you file your taxes. Calm down.
Exactly.
And then we had OC versus Judgment Day. Interpromotional. That was fun. Mia Yim, body slam Finn Balor, bully work. That was fun.
Stuff y'all. This is what y'all wanted to see, and it's good. It's good content. Rhea beating up dudes is something that's been asked for a lot. So
yeah, we needed that. Can't wait. What happened on SmackDown, man? We had the Bloodline, had a celebration. Sammy Uso got put on a pedestal. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Jay Uso still shook.
Pay attention to Solo.
Yes. I've been paying attention to him the whole entire time.
Yeah, man.
Like he not with the BS. He not with the nonsense.
Not at all. Not at all.
I was hoping he would have joined into the hug though. We didn't get that, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we did not get that.
And I did read too. Elimination Chamber is going to be in Montreal.
Yeah.
So that kind of tells you what direction we're going in with this.
Yeah.
So enjoy the next 2 months, because once February come around,
enjoy the Rumble.
Get real,
because that's when it's gonna be over with.
Man,
when the Rumble's like 7 weeks away. So
yeah,
enjoy that now.
It's gonna ramp up.
7 weeks gonna go by quick. You know how quick 7 weeks is in wrestling.
It's crazy because like you don't even watch it. Yeah, you don't even really peep it until it passes.
Nah, because I thought about this, like, and this was really because remember there was like it's been 6 months since Sammy joined up with the Bloodline. That was a fast ass 6 months.
I'm telling you.
You know what's been going on 2 years since Bianca lifted up Otis' fat ass and carried him?
Damn.
That was 2 years ago, bro. January 2021.
That's crazy.
You could have told me that happened in March of this year, and I would have believed you. Because that's how recent it seemed.
Well, I mean, we just I feel like we just passed SummerSlam. Bayley comes back from injury. Becky goes out with injury, and she done been back for 2 weeks already.
Yeah,
like
that's crazy.
That's crazy as hell.
Wrestling timing is crazy.
Yeah.
What else happened on SmackDown, man? Oh yeah, I wanted to talk about this. Tegan Knox came back.
Were the knees included?
I believe so, because she came back hitting the Shining Wizard.
Oh boy.
Yeah, but this is. I'm sorry.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care. Let me tell you, we don't care.
I know, at least like, and the crowd apparently did not either. The crowd, they was reacting to the beatdown more than anything.
Yeah,
like, I don't think the crowd. I think people in Buffalo know who the hell Tegan Knox is.
I don't think
they didn't watch NXT. Nah.
This seems more like one of those like, yo, DJ Paul. I miss my homie. I want her back. You know, we can find something for her to do. Nothing crazy, but it's been a minute. She's been gone. You know, we getting the band back together. We family. You know her. You know, won't you cut a check, bring her back in? This was one of those signings. Like, this was nothing substantial, but it's like all her peoples was there. So it's like, fuck it, get family back together. That's what this was.
No, I wasn't the biggest fan of her initially. She was very boring to me.
Yeah, it wasn't much to talk about.
Yeah, outside of I love Kane. Well, outside of that, it wasn't really much. I understand though, like you got to beef up this women's mid card a little bit, heavy emphasis on the mid, but you got to beef that up. It's not a lot of bodies there, especially you know you got a lot of stars are still gone. Charlotte, Sasha, Naomi, talked about them already. So we might have to start begging for them back at some point. If we Tegan Knox was the one I was really hoping would not come back because fuck, I gotta see y'all pretend like she mattered. And I never take away anybody as a worker, as a wrestler. They put in the work. Listen, whenever I criticize somebody, it's strictly about how compelling they are as a character on TV.
Right.
And characters have to have personality. They can't just wrestle.
Yeah, that's non-negotiable. And that was my only beef. Not beef. This is my only thing I wasn't really crazy about when it came to. A lot of people
that have been coming back. It's like, why do I care about them?
Yeah, it's the only thing I wasn't crazy about when it came to Tegan because she's a great wrestler, but I don't have any investment. Yeah. Please, like needs are not so separately. Please keep them together. No, like it's I have to have an investment to watch you wrestle. I've said this plenty of times. It's like give me a reason to watch you wrestle, and I watch it, and that's the total package at the end of the day.
Facts. What else happened, man? We had the World Cup Finals, and USA they won this World Cup. Ricochet versus Santos Escobar, and we don't usually rate TV matches. We just save that for the PLEs and the pay-per-views, but A+ on this one. And this was I told you I watched they match in Lucha Underground, Prince Puma versus King Cuerno. I was watching that one, and this one was way better. This one had like. The one at Lucha Underground was maybe like 10 minutes. This one right here, I don't think it was like 10 minutes. This one was good 20.
Yeah, because it started around like, it was around like 9:40 something.
Yeah.
Because that's when Entrances started, like Entrances started around like 9:35ish. So they had about 20 minutes.
And they went ham. I know nobody used the word ham in years. They went ham.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy. Kofi Kingston entered the Royal Rumble, got his ass cooked by Gunther. Bray Wyatt said he did not cook LA Knight, supposedly. Listen, Bray Wyatt, we gotta listen. I'm gonna give it till the end of December with Bray Wyatt, and then I'm gonna start being honest on this show. I think the end of December might be a little bit long, but I think that's a long enough leash for y'all to do something different than having this man talking backstage in a darkened area.
Yeah.
Outside, yeah.
We just talked about how time flies. This has been 2 months.
Yeah.
And that 2 months is racking up entirely fast. I say the same thing I say about the whole when we talked about the Miz and Dexter Lumis thing. Like, I need something. Like, you already kind of the difference is like you kind of see what's
fucking long to get to the point too. Like,
right. And that was my only issue with that situation. But it's like, at least here you kind of see what's on the horizon. But it's like, okay, like, you know, it's just the whole thing that Hitchcock said about suspense. It's like, you know, there's the difference between suspense and, you know, horror. It's like, if you know it's coming, then it's different as opposed to, you know, you just going along and all of a sudden something comes out of nowhere. Like, you gotta get to it at some point in time. It could be gradually, it could be sudden, but like, look, we have the groundwork for a first opponent already, but let's step it up a little bit. And you already get that box out on the table and start letting them know.
Yeah, and that's another Triple H criticism, man. Like, taking too long to get to the point of these stories. Like, we love long-term storytelling. It's just taking too damn long. Yeah, it's Bray Wyatt, LA Knight stuff. It's taking too long. I know we're only doing it on SmackDown, but we got Twitter, we got YouTube. We like, give us a little something more on there, and then you can recap those segments on your TV. That way we can speed it along a little bit more. We don't have to wait.
And they don't acknowledge
Friday.
They don't acknowledge that can do damage to a character. It's like LA Knight just came back to that character, And it's like, okay, you punking him out a little bit, but it's Bray Wyatt, we understand. But it's like the longer you drag this out, the less heat that's going to come off of him. And now that's something that you got to worry about rehabbing him later on. It's like, you know,
Right,
let's
he got
get
jumped
to it
like 3
already.
weeks ago.
Yeah.
Let's speed that up a little bit more. Lacey Evans equals fetch.
Jesus Christ.
How much
she has
longer
more repackages. She has more repackages than matches at this stage of her career.
Yeah.
That's god awful.
This year, at least. There's been 2 repackages this year.
Yeah.
And I can't tell you a match. I know she's wrestled this year, but I just can't tell you a match she had. I want to say she fought Raquel on SmackDown.
Something like that. She was in that 5-way that Shotzi won for the Survivor Series match.
Yeah.
That was random.
That was
all I remember.
Advertise her for that, I don't think.
No.
Yeah, man. I think
they just announced it to everybody.
Listen, she serves a purpose, bro. I ain't gonna say listen, everybody that's hired, that's signed, they serve some sort of purpose.
Mm-hmm.
It's just the purpose that they serve is not matching to what y'all are presenting to us. So
not even close.
Like Eric Young, as we're gonna bring him back up. He serves a purpose. The purpose, like I said, is not on TV.
Nah.
And I think that's the same for Lacey Evans at this point. I don't think the purpose for Lacey Evans is for television. But she was in the military. She's worked to help hold tryouts before. I think performance center gig is in her future. I don't want to say it's in the near future. It's just the stuff. Listen, Lacey Evans' best run was she was a classy, sassy Southern belle. I love that game.
I was just about to say that. I'm like, that was perfect. I don't know why we got away from that. Okay, she was still, needed some work in ring when she had that feud with Seth and Becky. But all you do is you take it to the PC, you fine-tune some things, and you present her back up again later. You did not need to change her gimmick. And I feel like
try to make
that was when
Vince.
Yeah, that was when Vince was still in charge. But it's like you running the show now, DJ Paul. You know what worked. I don't understand why we're not getting back to that.
Or you want to change everybody else back to their old gimmick, but not her.
Yeah, that's the only thing that made sense. That was a
still
perfect
mad over
gimmick.
Gio Vinci.
Oh man, I mean, look, he was always going to get back with Imperium at some point in time, but no, man,
Imperium some swag, shit.
They could still do that, but
they got swag.
Nah,
they got swag on Instagram. What is swag at on TV? That's what I'm saying.
True, that's true. Nah, that gimmick was really original, and you don't see gimmicks like that. So the fact that she was pulling it off so well, I mean, that's how you draw people in. Again, we just talked about it. Get me invested and I watch. Yeah, it was all working.
We
talk all the time about how we need characters, need new characters on TV. That was a new character,
right? And
you could have kept that going for a long time, especially now in the main roster. But I don't book the show.
Facts. I ain't like I say, when we talk about AEW, we ain't 2-time Booker of the Year.
Nope.
I'm not a 14-time world champion, so it is what it is. But next week, man, in addition to the tag team championships, it's either the Usos or Elias and Riddle versus Sheamus and Drew McIntyre. So Usos and Drew Mac versus Sheamus. I said that all wrong.
Yeah.
The Usos versus Drew Mac and Sheamus is gonna be fire. I can't wait.
Yeah.
I gotta
just know by reading off the names.
Man. Give them boys I need that match to start at 6:25. And just let them wrestle the whole rest of the show. Also next week on SmackDown, it's Kurt Angle's birthday celebration. So
in Pittsburgh.
Every time they in Pittsburgh, Triple H be like, Kurt, I want you to come through. We're gonna be in town for SmackDown.
Pull up. Say your catchphrase, drink some milk.
Yeah, that's all you gotta do.
You know what I'm saying?
Wear your gold medal.
Yeah.
Come out here, embrace the "You Suck" chants.
Yeah.
slide you a couple dollars for your time, for gas money.
Right.
I wonder if that worked, if they just give him a gas type and come through when they invite him. Like, come on through, man. We'll pay for your gas, pay for your parking.
Probably. I wouldn't be surprised.
Hey, you might as well. Let's talk about NXT real quick, man. I just got a couple things to say. Nothing too major. Just a little quick review. Your boy Tony D back next week.
Whose boy?
Your boy.
I don't know him.
That ain't your boy?
No.
Since when?
I don't know him.
Ain't your boy?
He's all right. He's all right.
I rock with 20D. I don't care. Dijak though. I'm getting real Terminator meets racist cop vibes from this one.
Yo, I said that when I watched that little segment they had outside. I'm like, okay.
If this man, if he named a white person when he was talking about the niggas he about to challenge, and if he didn't name this one person, it would have been all minorities.
That's not good.
I think it was either Joe Gacy or Big Head motherfucker.
Oh yeah, JD McDome piece.
JD McDome piece. Man, why not think of that? Upsetting. Upsetting. But also we had a panel. Shawn Michaels had a panel of Hall of Famers to come up with the members of the Iron Survivor challenges. He had his boys Road Dogg and X-Pac, and then he also had Molly Holly and Alundra Blaze. So shout out to Molly Holly.
Facts.
I enjoy seeing Molly Holly. That was one of my favorite wrestlers as a kid. Her and Victoria. Yeah, one, y'all know how I feel about Victoria, and we need Victoria in the Hall of Fame. Whoever listening, set that up.
Yeah.
But shout out to Alundra Blaze too. She's been on NXT a couple times this year. So it's always good to see her back too. From throwing the belt in the trash can, and now she just make these occasional appearances. And I ain't gonna lie, man. I almost had to enter the thirsty chat. Cause low-key Alundra Blaze looking kind of fine. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, man.
I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, man.
In person too.
Truth. It's the truth.
She looked that way in person too. And she tall as hell in person too. Like she like 5'11".
I believe it.
So
yeah, I believe
shout out to Miss Medusa. But Shawn Michaels announced participants in the men's and women's Iron Survivor challenges. We got Carmelo Hayes, Grayson Waller, your other boy, Joe Gacy. I pissed you off.
God damn, I can't stand that dude, man.
Nah. Hey, I enjoy. He be talking this shit. I love it. And then JD McDonald.
A big head nigga couldn't even imagine.
And then in the women's, we have Zoe Stark, Kiana James, Roxanne Perez, and Cora Jade. And then there's only been 4 announced in both fields so far. It's going to be 1 additional determined by a wild card match. So I don't know who that would be.
Yeah.
I'm thinking Tony D'Angelo could go in here. Well, they need to figure it out because the show is next week. So let's figure it out.
Goddamn.
I'm interested in Braun Breaker versus Apollo Crews, which I don't think they've been building that up enough for me to really care about, which is crazy. It's the story of Braun Breaker's whole title reign is that the build has just been. Now, y'all finally get an opponent that I care about him facing, and then now I don't really get much build outside of like video packages. They went to dinner last week. Fuck having respect for each other, fam. Where the beef at?
Yeah,
where the negativity at?
I don't like that, being nice guy, buddy, and stuff like that leading up to a title match. I don't like that. At the end of the day, like, you can have respect for another man and say, listen, I don't like you don't like me. We got to fight for this title.
Shawn
We can
Michaels,
shake hands
John Cena.
after, but we're not friends. Like, I didn't like that they went that approach with Bianca and Sasha initially. I didn't like that, but we know the end result, so I forgave it. Yeah, exactly. But it's like you gotta have that mentality, and I hate to mention these two in the same, in the same conversation as this, but you gotta have that like ultimate challenge feel from WrestleMania 6. Like two dudes, you know who I'm talking about, but
you mentioned their names earlier.
Yeah, I'll do repeats. But it's like two dudes on top of their game. You know what I'm saying? This like the two apex predators. They looking at each other eye to eye. Like, listen, one of us got to leave here with that, and I think it's gonna be me. You think it's gonna be you. Let's settle it here. Worry about respecting all this shit later. I didn't like that segment. I saw that segment. I'm like, you're gonna take me out of this. You're gonna take me out of this. Like Apollo was just a Nigerian royalty, prince, king, whatever, a year ago, and now he's having lunch with dudes over a title match before a title match. It's like, get out of here with that, man.
Yeah. So
and Braun, don't get me started with that. The title, the mid title reign of the year.
Oh my God, that's an award category because
he really been doing work.
He has.
Yeah,
that's an award category, mid of the year. And just anything qualifies.
Yes.
Wrestlers, matches, gimmicks, title reigns, mid of the year. Coming soon. Young Kings Wrestling 2022 awards.
Yes, sir.
More on that. But shit, now that we on the subject, mid of the year. Who will we have as the nominees for that? Braun Breaker's title reign.
Yeah, that's the top. That's the top of the list.
I'm sorry, Damage Control.
Yo, bro, I was just about to say Bayley with Damage Control and how it's been booked so far. Yeah,
that's 2 so far.
Yeah, man. Oh,
and it might be too late for this to qualify. Like, it might be too late in the year for this to qualify. And I know it's only been 2 weeks, but MJF's title reign might be getting there.
I got something to say about that. I didn't get to mention it last week.
How to bring it back around. I remember you was about to say something earlier.
But that I don't want to see this be another one of those moments where the title match, the title win is the peak of the moment, because Maxwell Jacob Friedman, I mean, that man got an investment in AEW for me that I haven't had since they started. Mm-hmm. That man went in there, cut that promo backstage that was just like raw as hell. Just letting y'all know. I mean, this dude, yeah, man, like you could really believe that this dude is like that. Like, he's that good with this. And then, the segment that he had with Regal this past week, like, the dude is not missing. And we know there's going to be some fire matches that come as a result. But again, we've been clamoring for this for I don't know how long now, since the dude first showed up. He's only 25 years old. You do not want to see him peak at All Out, or not Full Gear. You don't want to see him peak there and start slowly, coming down the stairs the rest of the year into next year. Don't want to see that happen. Because this has been too good. And
track record,
this is exactly that's what I'm saying. Like, this has been too good, and the trend has already been set. The precedent's been set already. Yeah. We know that it happens already, but it's like, man, this is what they need, especially after Hurricane Phil. You know what I'm saying? This is exactly what they needed, and this dude is supposed to be the face of your company anyway. So it's like, it's all set for you not to screw this up, but I'm scared that they will, and that's a problem. Because the last 2 weeks, man, just on promos alone, I'm like, yo, dude is him.
He been him.
Now I gotta, him
back in May, and then he got taken off TV for 3 months for some reason.
Right.
killed that
Yeah,
momentum.
man.
You could have had
He,
crazy
like-
momentum over the summer, but I am not 2-time Booker of the Year.
Nope.
Soon to be 3-time.
Yeah, because the Celsiverse has different rules than the rest of us.
No, if they get Triple H though, that'd make more sense.
Yeah, I would agree.
Yo, I'm gonna need. Listen, if we got any observers here that pay the $12.99 every month,
Jesus.
I'm gonna need y'all to do something for me, man. Cause I thrive off negativity.
I don't understand how y'all do it, man.
Listen, I don't understand either, but I'm not shaming y'all right now. Not right now. I shame y'all every other time. I don't want to speak for Reek. He might be shaming y'all. I'm not shaming y'all in this message.
Oh, I damn sure am. Like this stuff, like I'm telling you, this stuff passes by in the threads, and you see quotes and stuff like that. And this man literally says, "I don't know for sure. This isn't confirmed. I've heard this. I think that."
$12 a month.
How do you pay $13 a month for that?
$13
for speculation.
$12.99.
$13 a month for speculation.
Yeah, listen, I'm not shaming y'all. But I need y'all to do something for me. He is. I'm not. This is my request though. I'm gonna need y'all to do something for me. Cause I thrive off negativity. I did a Young Kings Wrestling Spotify rap this past week. Dropped our stats for the year. We had listen, I'm actually gonna bring it up real quick. Forget exactly what it is. Give me a second. Find a screenshot.
We need the exact numbers, exact figures, exact confirmation.
Between January 2nd and January 8th of 2020. And we drop our episodes on Sundays, Mondays typically. So our first episode of the year was on January 3rd. From January 2nd to January 8th, we had an increase of listeners by 61%. Now, what did we talk about on the first episode of the year? We talked about day one, Migos Orton.
What did we talk?
And then we talked about a Twitter tirade from one Tony Yayo on Big Swole on New Year's Eve.
Ooh.
Yes. So, another stat we got here.
I remember that one.
We got a majority of new listeners on episode 129. So the episode from January 3rd and the episode 129 one was called hashtag RIP Bozo, and the other one was called hashtag RIP Bozo, the remix. In both episodes, we criticized one Tony Yayo for being Tony Yayo. So my request to y'all is, I thrive off negativity. I'm going to need another Twitter tirade from Mr. Tony Yayo, and the best way we can get that. I'm going crazy in my ear right now. What's going on? A lot of static.
Right.
I told you. Oh, we good. Listen, people be tapped in. They try to sabotage the show every time we go in on somebody.
I'll tell you, it's always Tony too.
Right. It's every time it's him. Let me get this out the way before something else happens. My request is, I'm going to need another Twitter tirade from Tony Yayo, and I feel the best way for that to happen is if the observers vote Triple H as Booker of the Year. I'm going to need that to happen.
Please do. Please do.
It's going to happen. Because imagine how he going to feel when his whole entire world gets flipped upside down on him. The people that have been putting this man on the pedestal since 2019 say somebody else is better booker than you, fam. I'm sorry. Because if you remember the way wrestling fans, the way they look at Tony Khan, they used to look at Triple H the same way back in NXT. When NXT was putting on them takeovers that everybody loved. When Triple H was before AEW existed. And NXT was the way y'all wrapped it. I never did heroin before. You wrapped the thing around your arm.
The belt. They put a belt on it
to make the vein show. Listen, the needle used to be Triple H and NXT. That's how I used to satisfy y'all indie cravings on a national scale. And now AEW does that for y'all. and NXT said, "Yo, we ain't gonna do that no more. We gonna go back to basics." So now y'all love Triple H because he injecting a little bit of that indie feel throughout on the main roster. So like,
listen,
y'all back on the Triple H train again. So y'all vote Triple H Booker of the Year. We're gonna get a Twitter tirade for the ages.
But see, you're not talking about negativity, you're talking about chaos. Because if that happens, he don't take accountability. So he's gonna blame somebody. And you know who he's gonna blame?
Big Daddy Melts.
No, it's not even him. He has to blame the person that caused all the chaos,
Cody,
that derailed the end of his year. Phil.
Okay.
He'll say Phil caused all this ruckus,
whoever he gonna
all
blame.
this disharmony in his organization.
He gonna blame everybody. He gonna blame Dave. He
probably will.
And listen, Dave. Listen, I've been paying attention. Dave been more critical the last like 3-4 months than usual. So the wheels already falling on. He already getting prepared to jump off the bandwagon. Listen, you can't tell me Dave be putting out them feelers to the audience. Like, I wonder if they're gonna fuck with this if I say this. I'm just trying to get a feel if it's a good time to jump. It's like when you about to take a bath, but the water might be too hot. So you be like, no, I'm gonna wait a little bit. Yeah, I'm gonna let it cool down a little bit. He just been testing, putting out them feelers. He been testing it, saying like, it's a good time to jump. Oh, not yet. Well, let me get back and say something that's gonna be on the side of the elite and all that. Like, he been doing that. He been a lot more critical than usual. So the wheels might be falling off. This is gonna be the perfect thing. So if Triple H gets named Booker of the Year, boy gonna blame David. He gonna blame Brian probably because they one in the same, two peas in the same stupid pot. We gotta get blame on Triple H. We're gonna blame Vince for Triple H being in the position to begin with.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna blame Phil. He might, if he blame Kenny Omega, that's another. Ooh, what if he blame the Elite?
Man, listen. I'm telling you, nothing's gonna be off the table. Nothing. Nah. And as like I can see it already. Because Vince especially. Oh well, you can't do anything about all the controversy about an owner being some kind of a sexual assaulter and stuff like that. Like, the cap is gonna be crazy.
Yeah.
Lay this at everybody's feet.
So shout out to football too.
Yeah. Yes,
we reached the end of our episode, so this is where we just talk about random shit like football. Nasty Man did throw an interception. He has no touchdowns.
Yeah, it's not looking good.
And then initially, before I refreshed it, we had a fucking baseball score 5-0. Now it's 7-5. And the Browns are winning, so somebody scored a touchdown. For the
yeah, it was a punt return. I got it up.
Okay. So offense still ain't scored.
I just need him to hit Amari Cooper. I don't care what else he do.
Listen, so I got Nasty Man got an interception. I got that locked in, but his name Nasty Man, bro.
No, you for real praying on his downfall.
I am. He got an interception. I got that part already.
This is a sick Negro.
Listen. And that St. Brown might hit depending on what he do in the second half. So I don't know. I don't know how many targets he gonna get in the second half because they up pretty big. So it might be running the ball a lot more. So I don't know if that's gonna hit. Hopefully.
We're gonna see.
Listen, if you got a problem with gambling, go call that number 833 bets off. I think it's a number. It might be 888. It's 8 something bets off.
Yeah.
I haven't had to deposit money into my account for a while, for like over a week now. I've been betting a lot more and I've been winning a lot more this week.
I'm about to say, like, must be nice. Shit.
Yeah, I won a couple things, man. I took the under on Stevenson on the Patriots. Versus the Bills. Come on, now. Versus the Bills. Come on,
that was smart. Yeah.
He barely he was this close though. My team sucked, bro.
That was
Your
bad.
team sucked too, apparently. I'll get whacked.
Well, I mean, we keeping it from getting out of hand. So I mean,
2 scores.
I didn't think it was going to win this game. You know, I needed to be respectable. That's all.
I bet on interceptions a lot, man. I think you can know when somebody gonna throw an interception versus a team.
Yeah.
This is why I think NFL's fake, because I took Pittsburgh quarterback to throw an interception on Monday night. He ain't throw no interceptions, pissed me off.
Crazy.
Let me find out Vince McMahon got a new job already.
I'm telling you.
Because the way the season been looking this year is looking mighty like that.
He got out the spotlight. He's quiet as hell. It just makes sense. It writes itself.
Right.
It really does.
Because he been wanting to do football for the longest. Now he got all the time in the world to be a consultant for the creative team of the NFL. You cannot tell me different.
That's what I'm saying. Like, Rock got XFL, you know what I'm saying? Right. So it's not like he can get in that. But, you know.
He sold XFL to the Rock.
Right.
So, shout out to the XFL, man. Yeah, we done here. We've been on here for a minute. We've been on here almost a couple hours. Sorry, y'all. It's all bad.
It's okay. It's okay.
Let's talk. Let's plug them socials.
Yeah. Y'all can find me at ReCapper24 on Instagram and on Twitter. Y'all can go check out the Havoc Hour where I talk sports and entertainment on all streaming platforms where you find Young Kings Wrestling, Spotify, Anchor, Google Podcasts. Video versions up on YouTube. Also, if you know our friends of the show, last night I was on the most recent episode of Getting Off with my guy Matt Ritter and Katie Kinsey Bebe, my client, where we talked the Texas Chainsaw Massacre franchise. So that is up now. Go check that out as well.
Y'all talked about the one with Trey Songz?
Yeah. When he was not acting. I don't even remember what his character's name was. He was just Trey Songz. Like, no acting was required. That was just Trey.
Yeah.
I believe
it's Hey, Trey Songz dropped some bangers in high school, bro.
Man, listen, I don't know how people act like they just found out he could rap. Like,
bruh.
You know, forgot about Let Me Hold That Beat.
Really, bro, let me hold that beat, and he was spitting. Drake mixtape, comeback season.
Right.
He was rapping on that.
Yeah,
that's that Drake that y'all won't be knowing about. Because it's not on Apple Music and shit. So y'all ain't never heard it.
Yeah.
It's like if it ain't on Apple Music, y'all act like y'all ain't never heard it or can't listen to something if it's not on streaming. That's crazy to me.
Can't stand it.
That makes me mad because like I ain't never heard of that Piff.
Oh my god! I'll still go to that Piff for a mixtape, right?
Yo, especially when it's like one of the mixtapes that they put on streaming and then they change the beat on it and shit. Like, why the beat different? Let's relax.
Gotta go back.
The beat did like Wiz dropped like Cushion OJ and like it's like 4 beats is different. I don't want to hear that version. I got the original version on my iTunes on my computer. It's all good.
Yeah.
Let's do better. Let me plug my socials so we can get up out of here, man. Thespian TC Fontaine. You can follow me on Instagram if you want to. I posted on Instagram for the first time in 2 years this past week. And it was to eulogize my professor. So I don't know. It might be another 2 years before I post it. I don't know. But outside of that, follow me on Instagram, tc.fontaine, Twitter, TC Fontaine, Young Kings Wrestling everywhere at ykwrestling.com. What? At YK Wrestling. And you can find our other things or links to our platforms and the merchandise at ykwrestling.com. Players fuck up.
Yeah. Be like that sometimes.
Him downstairs.
Oh, man.
Hey, boy, look at me like a soul. You look me up and down like a. You're like, bust a move, bitch.
So I'm backed up. Not to all bust a move.
I'm about to go watch that whole set. I'm about to watch the whole movie. Man. Kings of Comedy. We might have to induct the whole Kings of Comedy on the throne.
Yeah.
Yes, the throne is not about wrestling. It's about whatever we fucking feel like.
Correct.
Shout out to that. Shout out to Steve Harvey, All right, real quick before we get out of here, who had the best set on Kings of Comedy?
Bernie, bro.
You thought Bernie? I low key like Cedric over Bernie.
I did like Cedric, but nah, man. I had more memorable sound bites off of that set from Bernie than anybody else on that.
True.
I'll watch it back and I'll get back to you on that. But
I'm gonna have to go watch.
I gotta stick with Bernie.
I think that's what I'm about to do. I'm about to load it up right now. I don't feel like watching no football. So yeah, because
that's cool.
If I gotta watch the Raiders play another fucking game.
Oh my God.
Raiders playing on Sunday Night Football in a couple weeks versus the Patriots. I want to go because I've never seen the Patriots play.
They're not. They flexing that game, bro. They're gonna flex that game. Ain't no way.
I don't know because it's the Patriots. That's why I don't know. If they do flex it, that means the ticket's gonna be a little cheaper.
Hey, there you go. I'm thinking that.
Silver line.
It depends on if the Patriots if they like win out the next couple games, stuff like that, they make it interesting in the race, then yeah, I can see that. Not for the Raiders though. The Raiders
they suck.
Yeah.
Hey, the Raiders.
A sloppy shop.
Facts. That's how we close the episode out. Thank y'all for listening. I might bring the songs back at the end of the episode. I don't know yet, but we go.